Learning a new language is one of the most powerful investments you can make in your mind, your career, and your life. It reshapes your brain, opens doors in an increasingly global world, and equips you with cognitive tools that stay with you into old age. Learning a new language is an academic endeavor that increases gray brain matter density, improves neural pathway connections, enhances memory and problem-solving abilities, and can even strengthen existing white matter. In a world with roughly 7,100 living languages that are constantly evolving and diversifying, more than half of the global population is already bilingual or multilingual, which reflects just how central language is to human life. The growing interconnectedness and globalist culture of modern society makes language not just a curiosity, but a necessity. Learning languages is a multifaceted and deeply beneficial process that can help an individual grow in intelligence through enhanced variations in cognitive abilities, and it is a powerful tool that should be taken far more seriously in education. Language learning enhances neuroplasticity and the learning networks within your brain. As you acquire a new language, neural pathways grow, adapt, and reorganize themselves, directly changing the brain structure and its ability to respond to new situations and learning stimuli. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to change its own wiring in response to the environment or new information, lies at the core of this process. Studies on bilingual children have shown that those who grow up with more than one language often have better control over attention, inhibition, and frontal lobe functions than their monolingual peers, which directly affects planning, complex thought, and decision making. Research on brain and language suggests that language processing relies on multiple interacting systems across the right and left hemispheres, connecting what a person does, perceives, thinks, and feels while acting in the world. Several regions tied to cognitive control, inductive reasoning, and motivation can be selectively triggered depending on the demands of the language learning situation, meaning that learning a language is also training deep systems for reasoning and self-control. Overall, language has a profound influence on the brain's infrastructure and networking. Bilingual individuals often show better control over key brain regions, while broader research demonstrates that major brain areas responsible for language learning positively correlate with physical and cognitive actions, decision-making, and adaptive development. Beyond the brain, learning languages exposes you to a diverse professional environment and prepares you to thrive in it. In a world of growing diversity and increasing globalism, language becomes an amazing tool that integrates you into a larger workforce and expands the range of people and contexts that you can work with. Language training goes hand in hand with cultural competence, helping employees navigate cross-cultural interactions more effectively, avoiding misunderstandings, and build stronger, more inclusive workplaces. When you understand both the language and culture of colleagues, clients, and partners, you are better equipped to form lasting relationships and collaborate effectively. Case studies of scientists from the Soviet Union working in Israel highlight how central language can be to professional survival and success. For many of them, English is described as essential for even breathing in their profession, because scientific journals and international collaboration demand proficiency before and after immigration. The acquisition of a new language becomes a tool for smoother integration into new societies and work environments. It supports professional development, as seen with immigrant scientists, and it also strengthens social relationships with coworkers by fostering a shared sense of culture and unity in the workplace. Language learning also directly strengthens cognitive abilities and memory. Acquiring a foreign language is associated with increases in cortical thickness, which in turn positively correlates with memory and cognitive function and overall mental ability. Research on executive functions shows that bilingual children often perform better on tasks requiring attentional control and managing conflicting information. These bilingual benefits appear early in life, may become less obvious during adulthood, and then reemerge later in life, suggesting a protective effect as people age. Managing two or more languages means constantly negotiating cross-language competition in the brain. This process helps bilinguals develop a kind of mental expertise that goes beyond language itself, shaping the brain's networks that support cognitive control and providing cognitive resource that can be protective in old age or cognitive impairment. Language learning, then, is not just an academic hobby, it is an activity that actively combats age-related cognitive and mental decline. It fuels thinking, boosts mental capacity, and improves information retention, working as a long-term investment in mental resilience. Many people believe that learning a new language only leads to mental fatigue, anxiety, and strain. Though recent evidence shows that bilinguals develop high levels of cognitive control that allow them to manage the activity of multiple languages, influencing not only language, but overall cognition and the brain networks that support it. Rather than draining the mind, language learning acts as a supplement to these intellectual abilities, such as mental capacity and thinking. While it can feel demanding to juggle a new vocabulary, grammar, syntax, and structures, research shows that this challenge ultimately increases and improves the very skills that manage it. Benefits of language learning tend to outweigh the potential downsides of mental strain or fatigue. The overall communicative benefit of an individual increases with the number of people they can communicate with using a common language, meaning the more you invest in a language, the greater your social and professional payoff becomes. Even neurologically, language learning has been linked to a reorganization of neural systems mediating language, which become more lateralized and focal over time. It points to a brain that become more efficient and specialized through language learning, instead of being overwhelmed by it. Learning languages is a great use of time that can help individuals grow in intelligence and should be mandated more strictly in education than it currently is. It increases neuroplasticity, prepares people for diverse and global professional environments, and reinforces mental function across the lifespan of their mental lives. In an increasingly globalized world where thousands of languages are constantly changing and adapting, learning new languages is not just useful, it's crucial. Language learning stands as an important and powerful task and hobby, serving as a tool for development in academic, professional, social, and personal spheres of life.